cross now to our senior reporter, Chriselda Lewis, who yesterday and even today keeping a close eye on what those numbers really are looking like, and particularly outside Omonde, where the registration center really is. Let's cross to her now. Chriselda, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Naledi, you recall since yesterday, questions had been raised about the accreditation of delegates. There had been hundreds of delegates here yesterday who were still struggling to get accredited. When we woke up this morning, we were told that accreditation process is still continuing. We heard now from ANC spokesperson Pule Mabe saying that they will give the official number in terms of those delegates that still need to be accredited to the Treasurer General's office, and then that will be communicated. They need to communicate first to conference about the official figures. We saw Pule Mabe yesterday indicate that over 90% of the delegates had been accredited. But here this morning, I'm not sure if you're able to see here behind me, not at this particular moment, but there had been delegates that had been coming through since this morning to come and get accreditation. Some of them have been frustrated, saying they've been frustrated for the past 3 days. They've not been able to get accredited for a number of reasons. They say they've been pushed from pillar to post. They've also raised concerns about, you heard Pule Mabe there say, that the credentials will not be adopted until all the delegates themselves have been accredited, and that process is still ongoing. Right here behind me, the media is not allowed to go into this hall here at UNISA, but inside I can certainly tell you a bit earlier on today, I did manage to go inside, but as far as the roller gate itself, and I could still see that there were delegates inside. You'll see right here behind me, some of the delegates are also still going in to go and get accredited. They've been coming through in pockets to try and get their accreditation, but I can certainly tell you there has been frustration, and certainly by the looks of what Pule Mabe, the ANC spokesperson, has been saying, he also alludes to the questions that were asked by some of our colleagues relating to whether they fear some more delegates coming in as well. That's what we've been seeing over the past a couple of hours since this morning. I'm going to speak now and ask my colleague Gina Mabina to move with me towards this direction. We've got some delegates here from the Free State as well as KwaZulu-Natal who've been frustrated for days, and they say they don't understand how the conference can even go ahead. They're upset over the fact that the ANC president had also addressed the conference yesterday, opened the conference while not all of them have been inside. We're hearing from Pule Mabe about the organizational report, about the commissions or the conference itself going ahead, him saying that everything is 100%. In fact, the conference itself is going ahead. Let me give voice now to some of these delegates. Perhaps, Mama, let me start with you. I hope you don't mind, gentlemen. Mama, you approached me just a few moments ago indicating that you've been very frustrated. You're from the Free State. Tell us what the problem is.
Yes, my name is Malifumu Fukeng. I'm a voting delegate from the Free State. So I've been here this is the third day without getting my tag. And there is no valid reason why we cannot get our tags. And I think the process is being held at ransom deliberately so, as a result of locking some of us outside, because each and every delegate is important to the conference. My branch delegated me to the conference to participate the issues. There are proceedings there at the conference, while other delegates are being locked here in the registration venue for no valid reasons. So this process has been done deliberately so to frustrate us, maybe some of us to can pack and go home, or to get aggressive so that the legal processes can be taken against us. So this is not fair. I have never seen such a mess that is being done by the delegates. I mean, this is not fair.
What explanation were you given inside, Ma, about why you are not getting your tag?
For the past 2 days, this is the third day, they have been saying we should wait for about an hour. From the morning until today, we left here 3 a.m. with the same reason that wait for a moment, wait for a moment, wait for a moment. I mean, we cannot wait for a moment for 3 days. This is a pathetic Really, this is not fair what is happening with us. And the conference belongs to us as the delegates. So who else is handling the conference without us as the delegates? The conference belongs to the delegates.
Ma, thank you very much for your time. Let's go to KwaZulu-Natal. Frustration also on the part of yourselves. You've been delegated here. What kind of feedback are you going to give? The ANC president gave his report yesterday without you being there. Also, you do not seem to know. Pule Mabe, certainly a few moments ago, indicating that the conference is going ahead, everything is 100%, but the credentials will not be adopted until all of you are inside. Are you hopeful that will happen?
Kamalami Comrade Umtu from Mbusokpega region in KwaZulu-Natal, in Ward 2 in Newcastle sub-region. I'm the voting delegate. I'm the branch chairperson of my branch in Ward 2. We came here on Thursday. We've been here since Thursday. We were amongst the first provinces to register as KwaZulu-Natal. We were still shocked up until this stage that we were not finished. And I was inside here a few moments ago. There's a lot of people still there, close to 1,000. Some old grannies that love the ANC are sleeping on the floor. It's been like this for the past 3 days. The first issue was the issue with the scan, the network, and so forth. But now we're confused what is happening. And let me tell you, this is the conference of delegates. We're very shocked if the leadership of the ANC has guts to open the conference of delegates while other delegates are outside. You see, the issue is not with credentials, but you cannot deliver an organizational report together with political report and treasurer's report without delegates being inside the venue. It's the first time in the ANC. It's very foreign. Yeah. We love the ANC, and we are being provoked to be violent or to even go to court. Let me tell you, we're not going to do that. We're very disciplined. We're very disciplined loyal members of the ANC. We're not going to be agitated. If it means we're going to stay here until Christmas, we're going to stay here. What our branches delegated us to do is to go and participate in that conference and vote. And we're going to vote correctly. We see the pattern. Provinces and regions that are outside here are the regions that are carrying a certain mandate from their province and branches. So we're starting to see a pattern that were being targeted because of a certain perspective. And we're not going to move away from that. This is just one of the obstacles. The regional secretaries of KZN are still inside there. They are also frustrated. They're trying to help delegates. They don't know what is happening. Even Comrade Hlomuga, the Deputy Provincial Secretary of KwaZulu-Natal, is still there inside. That's the magnitude of the dysfunctionality of the ANC administration. You know, you'll remember the ANC has not been having a General Secretary for many years. We're shocked to even see in the program that Comrade David Mabuza will deliver the constitutional report. Yeah. And it had nothing to do with administration. Why are people that messed up the ANC running away from taking responsibility? And that should not happen. It's the first time in the history of the ANC that the conference started without delegate adopting the program. And the national chairperson, Comrade Kwet, was very arrogant. We saw him on TV while we were outside. He was very arrogant to say they are going to continue the conference.
In fact, that's what Pule Mabe had indicated, saying that it's all systems go. In fact, you know, they are continuing with the conference itself. I mean, what is the next step then? I know that you're saying that delegates are seemingly being provoked to be violent. You're not going to do that. You are disciplined members of your political party. And what is the next step? Because it's been 3 days. Conference is going ahead.
No, as long as the process is still going, we'll be patient and wait. We want all our delegates to register and go and participate in the conference. We're getting update from some of our delegates that are already inside from our regions and in the province. They're saying, yes, it's true that the conference is going ahead, but we do have those questions in mind to say, what are we going to tell our branches, because they deployed us, they delegate us here, and we're unable to participate. There are a lot of things that are there on that political report from President Ramaphosa that we want to engage as delegates, and we're being prevented from doing such. And I just want to correct something. We're not disgruntled delegate. We're voting delegates from branches. There's not been any chaos so far since we came in here. So we're not going to start to misbehave now. They always say that the ANC cleans itself. We're very happy that this term of office is ending. it's a chance for the ANC to renew. And you know what that means. And we are going to renew the ANC with our vote.
The province certainly has been quite clear on that. Thank you very much.
We're not shaking.
Yeah.
We're unshaken, comrade.
Yeah.
We're going to go there and do the correcting as our branches.
All right. Is there anyone of the other delegates perhaps that would want to share a word before? All right. Seems that... Oh, Baitye Yonke. Okay, he says Baitye Yonke, which means a loose translation of the ones who have spoken well on the situation. 3 days, Naledi, is what we're hearing some of these delegates saying they've been here for without any reasonable explanation, they say. They're told the process will start in the next hour. When the next hour comes, they're told that's going to happen again. Take a look here. You'll see more continue. I'll ask my colleague Kina to have a look towards this direction. These are also some of the delegates who have not yet registered or been accredited. Siswam kunjalo? Meneseni registration? Oh, okay. So clearly that that was a joke being made by one of the voting delegates here, saying they were made out to be friends of delegates now, or friends of the conference. But essentially, you know, there's that frustration. It has not boiled over to absolute anger at this particular point. These members of the ANC saying they're not disgruntled, but they're going to exercise patience because they believe they are still going to participate in this process. No matter how long it takes them, they are going to wait until they get their accreditation. And some assurance from Pulemabe there that the process itself in terms of the adoption of credentials will not take place until every single member of the ANC who needs to be registered here has registered, and they're down to the last person who is supposed to get that tag in order for them to participate in that conference. But certainly from inside, you may not see the numbers, but I was able to go inside Naledi, and there are certainly still hundreds of people inside waiting to be registered at this particular point. The cameras are not allowed. You would know yesterday we managed to get the SABC cameras inside. There was a lot of unhappiness amongst the delegates from a number of provinces, including the Eastern Cape as well, who were waiting to go and get their registration. So straight after that, the media was told that they should come other side this gate. We're not able to show you what's happening inside, but a bit earlier on, I did go inside without my colleague Kina Mabina, our camera operator here at the SABC. I went inside by myself, and I could see that the numbers are still quite huge inside for those delegates to get their accreditation. Back to you in studio, Naledi.
Center in Omonde, as she says, hundreds of delegates are still trying to get registered. And of course, you would have heard from Pulemabe, national spokesperson of the party, essentially saying that these processes are still continuing, but that the conference is indeed going ahead. Pulemabe, in fact, even continuing and going on to say that the numbers around how many delegates still need to be registered and accredited will be communicated first to delegates before they are communicated to the media.